Yes. Yes, I. A pleasant good morning, everyone. Yeah, you know the drill. Another beautiful day, right? Right, mind, able to move our limbs and all that good stuff. We made it. Yeah. No, I think about certain things, right? People being unruly and them think they're doing the right thing, or it's cool to be unruly. This behavior what them have going on, you know. It needs to be curbed, right? And I know it's an individual thing because we can't school people, really, you know. We want to control they really have over others kids at a certain age too. Once them get to a certain age, there's no control. You know, all I can really do is just give words of wisdom and encouragement. You know, but it definitely starts in the home though. You know what I'm saying? They gotta make sure say you are raise your kids them the right way. And look at us. We were brought up the way our parents thought we were supposed to be brought up. And I see no right from wrong. Yeah. And we really and truly know right or wrong. You know what's right and you know what's wrong. Let's be honest. So grow your kids the same way. If you allow the kid system to do that for you, I'm not gonna fail. Right? And remember now the man make mistakes. And just like how we made some mistakes over the years, yeah. But we learn from our mistakes, right? And obviously our mistakes are never that drastic way with it behind bars because we're free people out here, you know, moving to and fro. You know, we're not locked up in a cage, right? So the point is to make sure, you know, we're doing stuff the right way. None of us are perfect. We understand that. But we have to make sure so we don't do anything that's going to be drastic and up behind bars and then come out as a felon and all these things because there's a whole slew of stuff that comes with that. Whole spiral going down. We're not even going to get into that right now. So it starts again with the home. What you'll find, especially where I'm living, right? People are working 2, 3 jobs and they got kids. Who are raising the kid them? Who's raising the children? It's like they're raising themselves, you know, in their home, and man, it's rough. And they'll find that the parental figure is not really there at home. The presence not there, right? So they'll go out and carry on certain behavior, whether it be unruliness, I don't know. But then it fall on the teachers, and then it fall on the cops to be parents, and that's not fair because that's not their role. You know, teachers are not their parents. You know what I mean? And then when the teachers realize this lack of discipline and try to not really scold, but try to impart that knowledge, like, hey, fix yourself. They'll tell them, you're not my mom, you're not my dad. They'll tell them now. Kids will tell you. You know what I mean? And then same thing for the cops. They're acting on the rule, and the ones that are really genuine, the cops that is, not trying to use brute force first off. They'll try to impart knowledge and they'll rebel, hey, you're not my mom and not my dad. And I mean, so parents, we need to do our part. When last have you really sat down with your child, no matter what age? I mean, obviously we're talking about conversational age now, you know, have a dialogue with your child, like, you know, how was your day today? Not because they're kids, they're human beings, man, working their way up to get to adult level, you know. We have to have a conversation, a dialogue. One last, that's total silence ain't gonna make it, man. Because if you're not having a conversation with your child, somebody out there, best believe it, is gonna have a conversation with them on all the topics that you're trying to avoid having with them. Not saying to have inappropriate conversation with your children. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But ask them. Let them be the one to bring certain things to the table. Like, oh man, how did my kid know about this? That's where the mindset's at. Oh no. And then you gotta have a conversation, letting them know if that chain of thought is going in the right direction or not. You know, those just let it be. Because I'm telling you right now, if you really stop and listen to these children when they have a conversation when they think no adult is around, you'll be shocked, man. Your ears are like, shh, what? What kind of conversation is this? Yeah, they're having some conversations, man. So stop when you get home or whatever, you know, sit down with your children, you know. Your kid and ask, how was your day? How was school today? What did you learn today? Okay, cool. Conversation. You know what I mean? You'd be surprised. You know, they appreciate that stuff. And let me get down to what I really want to talk about too. You know, children obeying their parents, honoring thy father and thy mother, that your days might be long on this planet. Yeah. I remember when I came across this material, those verbiage. My grandma used to teach me all this. You know, but when I start researching and reading for myself, and showing homage, you know, honoring, you know, guardians, you know, the ones that were there for you, the ones that truly care for you, and you care back, you know. And talk about parents not provoking your kids to wrath, you know. And then further on in the same verbiage, you get to this one area it's talking about putting on the own armor of God, you know, that you could withstand the wiles of the devil, you know. Good and evil again, it's out there, right? I'm on the good side. What side are you on? Hopefully it's a good side too. If you're on the good side, we could be friends. You know, we could bond. Love you whichever way though, but it's easier for us to bond if you're on the good side. Because if you're on the evil side, I'm still gonna love you, yeah? Show you love. But don't get it twisted. Because if you come try to hurt me or my family, I have all right to defend myself. Alright? And bring it the same measure, even more. But I'm trying my best not to cross over to your level. No. The good side is the best side. Yes. Love conquers all. So I'm saying, remember now, good people could turn bad too now, but we're trying our best not to. Alright? Brings us this analogy also. Picture this. Back in the day, someone who knows how to steal cars. And that person changed their life. Like, man, I'm not going to be stealing the cars anymore. Changed my life, doing the right thing. But then there comes a time now when it's a life or death situation, whatever happens, and the same individual needs to steal a car. Do you think they forgot how to steal a car? No. They'll steal a car right there and then to get over whatever situation they find themselves in. Yeah, so you gotta be careful of the knowledge too you learn over the years. And if you do learn some bad knowledge over the years or whatever, okay, refrain from, you know, going and taking part in those knowledge that you had. Focus on all the good knowledge, the good talents that you have, and let those flourish in life. But remember, evil ones out there, we good people, don't think we're cowards now. We just made choice, you know, a choice to live good and do great things in life. Impart knowledge and prosperity. We're not tearing nothing down or tearing people down like what you're choosing to do. But please don't get it twisted, okay? You got people like myself out here, we're guardians of freedom. We defend the good people. Yeah. And we get a little pass to defend them. So don't be messing with good people, evil ones. Go mess with yourselves, okay? Evil versus evil and wipe yourselves out. You know what I mean? Whatever. But back to what we're talking about. About the chapter 6 in Ephesians. And talking about that verse 10. About the armor of God. Put on that armor, people, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, parents, we have our part to play. Children have their part to play too. But until they get to adult, right, we got to make sure we're imparting that knowledge. It's rough on them now, especially the real young ones, where they haven't identified who they are as yet. We know who we are. We already have our identity now. Yeah. So all this noise that's going on right now with this, that, gender, this, gender, that, blah, blah, blah. We could play the game all we want, and then there comes a time where we just block it out. Like, man, I ain't got time to play this game. I know who I am. See how easy that is for us to block that out? Because we already have our identity. We know who we are. Imagine the kids, though, coming up, that environment with all that noise. It's very confusing. You know what I mean? Clicking and seeing all these variations of who they could be at any given time of the day or tomorrow. They could change from this to that. Very confusing, man. You know what I mean? But it's for us to help them tone down that noise, help them figure out who they are. And once they find out who they are, we accept them, one, and make sure they know the hands they're off. Hopefully it's the right path they choose. Yeah, we're living as an example to them, as role models to them, you know, of what good looks like. You know, being prosperous and helping people and not going down the evil path. Help them to understand who they are, finding themselves. That's our job as parents, not the system, not the teachers, not the police officers, right? They're there to do their job. You know what I mean? Teachers teaching whatever that curriculum is in school. You know what I mean? Whatever their job description entails. That's what they're there for, right? Not parenting. The cops enforce law and order, good order and discipline. That's what they're there for. You break the law, they're the ones to bring you to where you need to go for a due process to take place. You know what I'm saying? You got the police, you got correction, you got courts, It is what it is. But anyway, remember, do your part. Help the kids to understand who they are. And don't forget about Abraham Maslow's teachings about, hierarchy of needs. And above all, good over evil, love over hate, respect. Big up yourselves, okay? One love.